Most people assume memory loss is simply a symptom of old age, a distant, inevitable fading of the mind. But this graph shows two different timelines. Up top, visible symptoms like a forgotten name stay flat until past age 60. On the bottom axis, the cellular damage causing that decline begins creeping up much earlier, often starting around age 30. If we zoom in on that early damage, you can see the mechanics at work. Over the years, inflammation, oxidative stress, and jagged protein clusters slowly accumulate. They physically block the microscopic connections between your brain cells. Because this biological wear and tear is happening inside your head right now, you cannot wait until retirement to build a defense. The protection has to start today, driven by your daily habits. The unique chemistry found in everyday fruits provides the exact raw materials your body needs to actively construct your brain's long-term defense system. The first pillar of that defense system is cellular protection. Every day, your brain faces oxidative stress. Think of it like biological rust, slowly building up and degrading your brain's physical structure. To fight off that rust, your brain relies on dietary antioxidants. The front line of that defense is a group of compounds called flavonoids, packed heavily into berries like blueberries, strawberries, and blackberries. Looking at this model of a neuron, you can see flavonoids acting like a physical shield. They surround the cell and actively reduce neuroinflammation, deflecting those jagged particles of oxidative stress before they can cause permanent damage. The second layer of this shield comes from apples. They contain a specific plant compound called quercetin, which specializes in neutralizing that oxidative rust over long periods of time. The final protective layer comes from oranges. The human brain constantly burns through massive amounts of energy, making it highly sensitive to oxidative damage. That makes the heavy dose of vitamin C and citrus a critical daily requirement to help keep the structure intact. Eating these three fruits accomplishes a specific biological task. Together, they construct a compounding, multi-layered chemical shield that actively defends your brain's physical architecture from daily wear and tear. With the damage stopped, the brain still needs to operate. That brings us to the second pillar, network communication. A healthy human brain requires constant, high-speed signaling between billions of neurons to form memories and process thoughts. Those signals rely entirely on chemical messengers called neurotransmitters. Without them, your memory and focus start to slip. And as we age, the brain's natural production of these messengers often slows down. This is where bananas serve as a targeted intervention. Their secret is a high concentration of vitamin B6. This animation illustrates exactly why that matters. Inside the neuron, vitamin B6 acts as a crucial raw material. You can see it being converted into glowing orbs of new neurotransmitters, which then successfully bridge the synaptic gap to carry the signal forward. By supplying the raw materials for neurotransmitter production, a banana with your breakfast ensures your cognitive signals remain strong and clear, actively preventing the slow decay of your daily focus. The third and final pillar targets the supply lines. Because your brain uses so much energy, it requires a steady delivery of oxygen and a constant flushing of biological waste to survive. The primary maintenance tool for this specific infrastructure is something you probably already have in your kitchen: dark grapes. Dark grapes contain resveratrol. This vasculant model shows it improving cerebral blood flow. It dials up flow volume, driving rapid movement of oxygen and nutrients into brain cells, while simultaneously dislodging and flushing away harmful protein buildups associated with Alzheimer's. Maintaining robust blood flow handles your brain's biological housekeeping. It is the primary waste disposal system, keeping your neural environment clean, oxygenated, and fully functional. We need to be clear about the science here. None of these fruits are a cure for Alzheimer's. Once the disease has taken hold, a handful of berries will not reverse it. Preventing cognitive decline relies on the concept of compounding biological interest. It is built on hundreds of simple decisions repeated consistently over decades. Choosing berries over processed snacks, adding an apple to your afternoon, including a banana with your breakfast, or deliberately snacking on grapes. These are intentional choices that quietly alter the physical trajectory of your brain. Years from now, if your memory is still sharp and your mind is clear, it will not be the result of a single dramatic medical intervention. It will be the accumulation of these ordinary habits. Every meal is a structural decision. You are proactively constructing the neuroprotective architecture that your mind will rely on for the rest of your life.